Yeah, I thought it was a good hockey game overall. I thought both teams played pretty smart, except for the penalties, I guess. But overall, as far as team systems go and battle level and work ethic, I thought it was a good hockey game. Both goalies played well. At the start of the game, I was looking for our team to see more of a defensive effort from them tonight, and I thought they were much better, much more aware, much more responsible defensively tonight. But the other part that I wanted them to be better at was the discipline, and I thought that was very poor tonight.
What was it the discipline compared to yesterday, and how was that? Was it better, worse?
I would say both games this weekend were not great as far as keeping our emotions in check and staying out of the penalty box. I think that is something that's definitely going to have to improve for us if we're going to have any success here in the second half. So that's an area that we definitely need to improve upon. And then both games too, we had power play opportunities late in the game and weren't able to get it done there. So I'll take some blame on that. I'm going to have to come up with something a little bit better to make sure that we're taking advantage of those opportunities late in games when we get a power play chance.
How would you evaluate in particular the major power play that you had toward the end of this game?
I felt like we just really never got it set up. And give them credit. Especially the second half of that one. We called the timeout. We looked to get a play. They win the draw, and then it was just kind of scrambling the rest of the power play. So we never really got an opportunity to set it up. So give them credit for battling and keeping us to the outside and not giving that up. I thought both teams did a good job penalty killing tonight. I thought they did a good job against our power play. I thought we did it good. They got the one power play goal. I thought we did a pretty good job with our penalty killing too.
Getting back a little bit to the defensive side, Cornell with 25 block shots today, including 11 in the second, 10 in the third. That had to be it. Must love to see that.
Yeah, we were much more responsible defensively, much more committed to defense, and when it did break down, we were doing things like that where we were getting out and blocking shots and making second effort plays and then obviously too the goaltenders involved in that. I thought she played a strong game tonight also.
What did you like specifically? What do you think Paula did really well at tonight?
I thought she looked much more in control tonight. Like, I didn't feel yesterday like she was ever very comfortable in the net. Every shot seemed to, bad rebound would come out and it looked like she was battling the puck. Tonight, right from the start, I felt like she just looked much more comfortable in there. Wasn't overplaying things, just making the save. She looked steady, she looked solid. So I thought she was looked real strong tonight, and I knew we were going to get a good game after the first period.
And it seemed like it was real. As the game progressed, it seemed to get more and more of a playoff-like intensity to it.
Yeah, these are two teams that have been battling over the last 5 or 6 years, and as I said before the game, when I spoke with you, that I expected them to come with a much stronger effort than they did up at Clarkson, and they did. And so I felt like we did have some chances early in the game, and we didn't convert on them, and we had a lot of 2-on-1s tonight. So we need to convert in our chances, and I felt that was a problem for us against St. Lawrence yesterday too, where we had a lot of odd man rushes. We had a lot of chances early in the first and second periods, and we just didn't quite convert, and then you allow their goaltenders to get some confidence, and makes for tough sledding the rest of the way.
And your overall take on a 2-point weekend against St. Lawrence and Clarkson?
Well, we would like to, get 4 points out of it. We really felt that after going up there and getting 4 points, that was huge for us, but it doesn't mean a whole lot if you come back here and don't get the 4 points. So I thought yesterday, we were pretty disappointed yesterday with the tie, mainly because of our play. I feel like today we played well, we just were undisciplined, and just didn't convert on some opportunities. So, but I think if we continue to play the same way we played today, I think that'll bode well for the rest of the way out here.
And how large does that Tuesday night contest against BU loom right now?
Yeah, it's going to be a huge game for us. Obviously, a team that's got a lot of weapons, and we just talked about defense, and it'll certainly put our defense to the test. So it'll be it's a big game. We've played a lot of the top teams in the NCAA this year, and they're one of them. And so certainly going to have to be ready because they can beat you in a lot of different ways. And we're looking forward to it. We've had, I think the last time we played them was the longest NCAA tournament game in history, so it should be fun.
I think we worked really hard, and it was a great game overall. I thought we worked really hard defensively, and any shots that there were, we cleared out the rebounds immediately, and it was like a hard game all around the ice.
What was so effective, do you think, in terms of not only your defense blocking shots in front of you, but not screening you in the process?
Yeah, I think that's huge. I mean, Clarkson tried to put a lot of screens in front of that, and we always used our body and cleared it out. So I saw most of the shots, I thought, and we did a really, really good job in front of the net.
Cornell as a team had 25 block shots tonight.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to help you out
I
quite a
bet.
bit.
I didn't know the number, but yeah, there was a lot of block shots, especially right in front of the crease. I know Cassandra blocked one right in front where they probably would have scored, so I appreciate all the block shots for sure. But yeah, Clarkson's a really good team, so if we can put our body in front of it, it's really key.
It seemed like you reached a comfort level pretty early into these contests.
Yeah, I felt like after yesterday, I just kind of looked back on it. I struggled a bit with comfort yesterday, so I just kind of took it for what it was and got right into the game immediately. I just felt the first couple shots, and I felt pretty comfortable, and I got into it really fast.
What was the difference in reaction between a tie today against Clarkson and a tie last night against Sophomore?
I guess the big difference was consistency. Like you said, I started right from the beginning, and my mindset was different. I approached it a bit differently. I was more confident. But from a team standpoint, it was a lot more consistent. Just generally around the ice, we battled more hard. There was no lapse of energy. So I think the tie today was more everyone was happy. I mean, not happy with it, but it was more of a progress forward than yesterday.
Coach wasn't the most thrilled about penalties, but was a little more impressed with the penalty kill. What impressed you on the penalty kill?
Yeah, the penalty, especially the 5-minute penalty kill, that was really, really huge for us. I didn't really see actually many shots during that 5 minutes, so we just did a great job, blocking shots, clearing it out, making sure we took backdoor, just being really aware. I think our awareness today was a lot better than it has been. That's really important.
It seems of late Cornell has had quite a bit of success shorthanded. It seems
like
they're about as dangerous as the other team.
I always like that. I mean, they take it a 2-on-1 on the penalty kill. It's great. So, yeah, whenever I see that, I'm very tense because I'm I hope they score. But yeah, we did really well on the PK. I thought it was excellent today.
What did you make of the atmosphere at today's game?
Yeah,
it was hockey players in attendance.
Yeah, there was a lot of people in the stands. It obviously helps. It drives momentum, and when you hear people cheering and getting pumped up for the game, it makes it that much more exciting, and you get that much more into it, right? It's easier to be confident when people are on your side. So that's good.
And getting back to the penalties, not every day you see 2 5-minute majors in a contest.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it was interesting. There was a lot of back and forth. So. Yeah.
Was this game really one of the more physical ones that you've been a part of?
Yeah, I thought so. Clarkson is always going to be a physical game. They're a big team, so we really played the body. I thought we played the body more and more throughout the game. We got better at it as the game went on, and yeah, I thought it was physical, but we can handle it. So.
What's the first thing that comes to mind when you think of Tuesday's opponent in BU?
Yeah, I think we just have to regroup. It's a quick turnaround, and we just keep progressing, doing the same thing, strong defensively. That's where it starts. So blocking those shots, taking the body, and all those little things add up. And I think we'll keep that moving forward going into BU.
I mean, obviously we wanted to come out with the win, especially after winning the 2 games back in December. But I think we never let go. I think we kept working the whole game. So obviously it's not the result we wanted to, but I think we worked hard as a team defensively. So I think at least we can get that out of that game.
How much, when you look at the defensive core, how much progress do you think was made between last night and today?
I think there was a lot of it. We came out way more focused and ready to battle right away. So I think that made a big difference. Everyone was really paying attention to little details in the D zone, and that was huge for us tonight, especially against Clarkson that has a really strong team offensively. So I think that we did improve a lot over the past few hours. So.
Take us through your goal. It was you capitalized off a wild scramble in front of the
Yeah. I mean, I just remember Jess Brown was coming out wide and did that little spinorama, and she just spun, and I don't know, she just brought it to net like she was supposed to, you know, just kept battling, and then the forwards just crashed the net, and I just happened to be there, and I just pushed it in the net, and we scored. I think that's all, but literally all I had to do was put it in there, and I think everyone else did the work for me, so.
But that seemed to really put a kind of a spring into Cornell's step after Cornell taking the early 1-0 lead.
Yeah, obviously it would have been nice to keep going, but there's a lot of penalties that came after that, and we got to make sure with our discipline, but yeah, I think it made a difference.
And what is your take on the physicality or perhaps the lack of discipline for today?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard because you play strong physical teams and you go out and battle hard, and then sometimes they call the play, sometimes they don't call it, penalties, so it's hard. But we got to make sure we stay disciplined and in control. Like, there's ways to play the body and stay in control, and I think we just got to make sure that we keep on doing that and keep on improving in that area of our game. So.
What was your experience like with the national team at the Michael Cup?
It was nice. I mean, it's always nice to get to play with our national team. It was a long 2 weeks. I mean, in terms of traveling, we went to Austria and Germany. It was a lot of games, but it's always nice to go back and play with girls from all around Canada. You know, we don't get to see them really often. So we had a great team, I think. Everyone was really close. It's always like kind of weird when you come back and then play against them like the day after. So, but that was good. It was a great experience. Yeah.
What did you take from that experience?
I mean, I learned a lot. You know, we play with great players, like some of the best players in Canada and against the best players in the world as well. So I think I just learned a lot from everyone that was around me and the coaching staff and everything like that. And it's a different kind of style of play, and I think to try to bring what I learned over there back to our team and just use that leadership for the next game. So I think that'll be useful.
And you mentioned it before with Paula, but there were 25 block shots by the Cornell defense. I mean, that says a lot about how well the unit came together tonight.
I mean, in practice, we're always getting, so we do this drill where we're not allowed to have sticks and where we basically have to play the body, but we also have to learn how to front. So go in front of those pucks and be willing to pay the price and make sure that we protect our goalies. And I think that the team, everyone was committed to that tonight and made a big difference, obviously. And I think we just got to keep going that way. And it goes back to how we were committed to our defense tonight, so we just got to keep going that way.
How much are you looking forward to taking on number 4 BU on Tuesday?
Yeah, it will be a good game. I mean, again, there's some players I just played with, and it's always a good game against BU. We play them every year, and I don't know. I think as a team we need to come together, and I think we're ready for that. It'll be a good challenge, but I think we'll be ready as a team.